Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be tackling a topic I know a lot of you are interested in, and that is making money online. Specifically, we're going to be looking at AI tools, especially this new one called DeepSeek, and how we can use it with social media,
Okay.
for marketing and things like that. So
Yeah.
you sent us a PDF,
Yeah.
and it's titled DeepSeek R1, How to Earn $2,792 Repeatedly Using DeepSeek. No cost. Very exciting. And we're going to kind of break this down if these claims are legit. And to help us out, we've got our expert here.
Yeah, hi.
Who, you really know this world of AI and social media and online business.
Yeah, I follow it closely, try to.
So let's jump right into it.
Okay.
This PDF claims that DeepSeek is basically like ChatGPT,
Right.
but free, which is amazing. And that it can just like make awesome content for Threads, which, Threads just exploded
It's crazy.
recently.
Yeah.
And that lays out this plan to use this content, drive people to ClickBank to promote this coffee additive called Java Burn. Have you heard of this?
I have heard of Java Burn, yeah. It's been making the rounds.
Okay, so it's like a coffee additive that's supposed to help you lose weight.
Weight loss, yeah, digestion benefits, all that.
And what's crazy is they claim that the average commission is $159 per sale.
Wow, that's pretty high.
Which is a lot. And they even break it down. Like if you
Right.
get 2 to 3 sales a day, that's, $400 a day.
Yeah, if you could do that consistently, it would be amazing.
Which sounds amazing, but also...
almost too good to be true.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so maybe a little too good to be true. So let's back up for a second. First of all, what do we even know about this DeepSeek? Is it really this content creation miracle that this PDF makes it out to be? How does it even work? Especially compared to, like, ChatGPT, which I feel like everybody knows about now.
Yeah. So DeepSeek, it operates very similarly to ChatGPT in the sense that it uses all these complex algorithms to generate text based on the prompts that you give it. But, and this is a big but, just because it can, spit out words doesn't necessarily mean it's creating truly engaging and original, factually accurate content. Think of it more as like a starting point, a brainstorming partner, rather than a replacement for your own creativity and, fact-checking.
Okay, so it's not just like I type in, like, write me a funny post about coffee and boom, I'm a social media star.
No, not quite. Human oversight is still absolutely crucial. You need to mold the AI's output, to match your voice, double-check its facts, make sure that it resonates with your audience because ultimately you're the one who's responsible for the content that you're putting out there. Plus, this whole free aspect, it raises some questions about DeepSeek's long-term viability, Developing AI, it's expensive, and it wouldn't be surprising if they introduce limitations, ads, or even a paid model down the line.
Right, yeah, we see that all the time with free tools. They're free for a while, and then suddenly they're not.
And if you've built your entire strategy around a tool that's no longer free, then you're in trouble.
So that's kind of risky.
It is. It's like building a house on rented land. You never truly own the foundation.
I like that, yeah. Okay, so let's say, just for argument's sake, DeepSeek is amazing, and it stays free.
Okay.
This PDF then says, blast all this content on Threads. Threads, which we know is the hot new platform.
Yeah, the new kid on the block.
Is it the right one for, like, this kind of affiliate marketing? Like, how do those, those algorithms, we always hear about the algorithms.
Yeah.
Will they even show your posts to anybody?
It's a good question. So Threads algorithm, it's still a bit of a mystery. I mean, nobody knows exactly how it works. But from what we've seen, it seems to favor early adopters and content that sparks conversation, like real engagement. And it seems to prioritize that engagement over follower count, which is good news for newcomers because you don't need to have like millions of followers to get your content seen. The PDF highlights those examples of accounts with like small followings getting tons of views, and that's probably why.
So it's not just about like how many followers you have.
Right.
It's about creating content that actually gets people talking.
Exactly. But here's the catch. Algorithms, they evolve constantly. What's working today might be tweaked tomorrow. So building your entire strategy on the current state of Threads algorithm, it's a gamble. It could pay off, but it could also backfire.
So, riding the wave is tempting, but you need to be ready to, like, surf when the wave changes.
Yeah, you got to be adaptable. Think long term. Diversify your platforms, build genuine connections with your audience, offer value beyond just pushing products, and you'll be in a much better position.
Okay, good advice. So speaking of products, let's talk ClickBank and this Java Burn thing.
Okay.
I get that affiliate marketing can work, but is ClickBank the best platform? And is Java Burn really like the winner product they claim it to be?
ClickBank's a well-established platform, been around forever. And, for beginners, it's relatively easy to get started. It offers a wide range of products. And Java Burn, well, it's clever, tapping into those coffee lovers and the weight loss market. Smart. But this PDF makes it sound effortless, like, oh, just put up a link, make tons of money.
Right. It kind of skips over the part where you actually need to understand how to do affiliate marketing effectively.
Exactly.
It's not just like slap a link everywhere and wait for the cash to roll in.
You got to choose products that align with your audience. You got to build trust, create compelling content that actually makes people want to click on your link and buy the product. And you got to constantly adapt your strategies because what works today might not work tomorrow. It's an ongoing process. It's not a one and done thing.
Okay, so we've got our AI content machine.
Right.
We've got this trendy platform. We've got a seemingly perfect product. Now, the PDF outlines this step-by-step plan to kind of put it all together.
Yeah.
And it starts with using DeepSeek to generate this 14-day content calendar.
Right.
Filled with, entertaining posts, educational bits.
A little bit of everything.
And subtle promotions.
Yeah, good mix.
So what do you think about that?
This is where things get interesting. That content mix is crucial. You don't want to bombard people with constant sales pitches. Nobody wants to see that. It's all about finding that balance. Yeah. The PDF gets that, at least. They understand the need to provide value, to entertain, to educate before subtly introducing the product. It's not all about the hard sell right away.
They even recommend, creating this persona.
Oh, yeah.
And they even say, use a coffee bean as your profile picture.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep the bio simple. And it's just focused on driving traffic to that ClickBank link.
Yeah, efficiency. Yeah. Get them to the offer as quickly as possible. No need for a lengthy bio, personal touches, any of that.
So are we sacrificing, authenticity here?
Ooh, that's a good
By doing this, anonymous coffee bean approach?
It's a valid question. It depends on your long-term goals, right? If you're looking to build a recognizable brand, you'll need to inject more personality into the mix. But if you're strictly after quick conversions, then the anonymous, hyper-focused approach might be the way to go. It's like choosing between being a faceless vending machine or a friendly barista who remembers your usual order. Both can sell coffee, but the experience is vastly different.
I like that. Okay, so we've generated this content.
Yep.
We're posting it on Threads.
Right.
Maybe we're even rocking this coffee bean persona. What's next? How do we actually get people to click on our link and buy this Java Burn?
Okay, so the PDF suggests scheduling these posts using a tool like Buffer, which can be helpful because it helps with consistency and frees up your time. They also recommend shortening your affiliate link, which makes it look better aesthetically, but also allows you to track clicks and conversions more effectively.
So it seems like they're advocating for a pretty hands-off approach.
Yeah, set it and forget it.
But what about, engaging with your audience? Isn't that important?
You're absolutely right. It's not just about scheduling posts and hoping for the best. You need to be present, responding to comments, answering questions, participating in conversations. Building genuine connections is what transforms followers into customers. And ultimately, that's what you want, right?
Right. So it's not just automation.
Yeah.
You need that human element.
Exactly. It's like having a self-driving car. It's great. It can get you from point A to point B, but you still need to be alert. You still need to be ready to take the wheel when needed.
I like that. Okay. This PDF really packs in a lot of info.
It does.
It's definitely sparked some interesting questions.
Yeah.
We've talked about DeepSeek.
Right.
The, ethics of it being free, ins and outs of Threads, these tactics.
Right.
But I'm curious, what are your initial thoughts on their big claim that anyone can earn $2,792 repeatedly using this method?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Is it really that simple? Well, that's a question we'll need to explore further. While the PDF presents a seemingly clear roadmap, there are nuances, complexities, potential pitfalls that we haven't even touched on yet, and that's where our deep dive gets really interesting.
Ooh, I love it when you say that.
Buckle up.
It means we're about to uncover the hidden depths of this money-making scheme.
Let's just say things aren't always as they appear on the surface.
Stay tuned, folks, because we're about to break it all down in part 2.
Remember that email list building we briefly talked about? Well, the PDF actually dives a bit deeper into that, suggesting you offer a lead magnet, something valuable like a free ebook or a guide in exchange for email signups.
So it's like the classic give something to get something.
Yeah.
But does that really still work? Are people still giving out their email addresses these days?
It absolutely still works.
Okay.
But the key is offering something truly valuable, something your audience actually wants.
Right.
This PDF suggests, like maybe a guide related to Java Burn, something about coffee and weight loss tips,
Okay.
playing into those two big markets.
So you're not just like trying to sell them on the product immediately.
Right.
You're giving them something useful first.
You're building that trust, becoming a source of information for them.
Okay. But managing an email list, creating content for that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a whole other job on top of everything else
It can be.
with social media.
It can get overwhelming, for sure.
Yeah.
But the PDF does offer some basic email marketing tips,
Okay.
like personalizing the emails,
Okay.
segmenting your list so you're not sending the same message to everyone.
So it's not just like, here's a Java Burn discount code every day.
Not quite.
Okay. You need to actually have a strategy for these emails.
You need a plan.
Okay.
Think of your email list as like a VIP club, you know?
Right.
You want to treat them special, offer them exclusive content,
Right.
build that long-term relationship.
Like so.
And the PDF really emphasizes that this list becomes an asset that you can leverage
Okay.
beyond just threads, right?
So even if Threads,
Goes away.
goes away or whatever,
Yeah.
you've still got those people.
You've got your loyal email crew.
But back to Threads for a second.
Yeah, no.
They claim to have, like, cracked the code to avoid getting flagged as spam.
Oh, yeah, they say that.
Is there anything to that, you think?
It boils down to finding that sweet spot between promoting Java Burn and providing genuinely useful, entertaining content.
Right. So it's all about balance.
Balance is key.
Okay.
And they advocate for transparency, like clearly disclosing your affiliate links, not trying to hide them.
So don't be sneaky about it.
No, be upfront.
Just be honest.
Honesty is the best policy, especially online. People can smell BS a mile away, and most platforms require you to disclose those relationships anyway.
Right. So it's not even worth trying to
Not worth it.
hide it.
Be transparent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about,
Big thing.
the big thing, those juicy earning projections, right? The PDF actually breaks down how many sales you would need
Yeah.
at that $159 commission
Yeah.
to hit,
To hit your goal.
like your income goals. And they even suggest, like, working backward from your dream lifestyle
Oh, yeah.
to figure out the magic number of Java Burn sales you need.
It's a classic motivational tactic, right?
Yeah.
Visualizing your goals can be very powerful, but you have to be realistic. Those calculations, they assume a lot. Consistent sales, no platform changes, a product that remains in demand, all things that are not guaranteed.
So don't quit your day job just yet.
Hold your horses. Building a successful online business, it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes constant adaptation. This PDF, it's one perspective, and it's a potentially optimistic one, you know?
Yeah.
You need to do your own research, you need to test things, you need to see what works for you.
Right. It's like, they give you a recipe, but the final result
Depends on the chef.
depends on a lot of things.
A lot of factors.
Yeah. And this whole scheme, it kind of hinges on DeepSeek actually pumping out this quality content.
It does.
We've talked about AI and its limitations,
Yeah.
but the PDF throws around all these examples of, like, funny posts,
Uh-huh.
educational stuff,
Right.
even like subtle Java Burn promotions.
Right.
Do we know if DeepSeek can really do all that? It's easy to cherry pick good examples, right?
Very easy.
We need, like, the unfiltered truth.
The raw, unfiltered truth.
Yeah, so what do we do?
That's where independent research comes in. Go beyond the PDF. Look for reviews, comparisons with other AI tools, maybe even try DeepSeek yourself. If you can get a trial, don't blindly trust what one PDF claims, no matter how convincing it sounds.
Right, don't believe the hype.
Test it yourself.
Test it yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say you've done your due diligence on DeepSeek. You think it's great.
Okay.
The PDF then says, like, go all in on automation,
Full automate.
Schedule everything, let the bots do the work while you're, like,
Sipping Java Burn on a beach.
Exactly.
Living the dream.
Is that realistic, or are there downsides to being so hands-off?
It sounds great in theory, right?
Yeah.
Automation is a powerful tool, no doubt about it, but it's not a magic bullet.
Okay.
As we discussed earlier, engagement is key. Scheduling posts can free up your time, but you still need to be present. You still need to be responding to comments, participating in conversations. You don't want to create this, like, sterile, automated persona.
Right, you need that human touch.
People crave authenticity. They crave connection, and that requires genuine interaction. The PDF's right about consistency being important, but true engagement, That's what fosters real connections and ultimately drives sales.
Okay, so it's not set it and forget it.
It's set it and stay engaged.
Okay, good advice. Here's something that's bugging me, though.
Okay.
They mentioned this email marketing thing.
Right.
They don't really get into much detail, you know?
It's kind of a surface level thing.
Yeah. They say offer a lead magnet, segment your list.
Yeah.
But what about the actual emails? Like, what should you be sending to these people?
Yeah, that's where the PDF kind of falls short. Building an email list is one thing, but knowing what to do with it, that's a whole other ballgame.
Yeah.
There are tons of strategies out there. Welcome sequences, newsletters, promotional blasts, you name it.
So you're saying this whole email list thing,
It's more complicated
it's more complicated than they make it seem.
than it seems on the surface.
It's not just get the emails, send them stuff. There's, like,
There's an art to it.
that art to it.
It's not rocket science, but it does require some learning and experimentation, right?
Wow.
You got to figure out what resonates with your audience, what gets them to open those emails and click on those affiliate links. That's the real challenge.
It's like having a brand new shiny fishing rod. Yeah. Knowing how to actually cast it, where to fish, what bait to use, that's the difference between catching, like, a boot
Yeah.
versus, a prize-winning trout.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay, so much to think about here.
A lot to unpack.
But before we, go too far down this email marketing rabbit hole,
Yeah.
let's step back for a second and talk about Threads itself, right?
Right.
It's hot right now, but is it just a fad? Are there downsides, challenges
Ooh, good question.
that the PDF just, conveniently ignores?
Well, as with any social media platform, there's always the risk of algorithm changes,
It
right?
could all change tomorrow.
What's working today might not work tomorrow. You're at the mercy of the platform, and they can tweak things whenever they want.
So you're saying don't get too comfy on that Threads throne.
Don't get too comfortable, because the ground could shift beneath you at any moment. Plus, Threads is becoming increasingly crowded, As more and more people jump on the bandwagon, competition for attention, it intensifies. You need to be strategic, you need to be creative, you need to offer something truly unique if you want to stand out.
It's like that saying, in a gold rush, sell shovels.
I love that.
Everyone's rushing to Threads, but
The real winners are the ones providing the tools.
right in the tools or, the content, the shovels, whatever it may be.
That help others succeed.
Exactly. And that highlights another point.
What's that?
Diversifying your platforms, right?
Absolutely.
Don't put all your eggs in that Threads basket.
Right.
Explore other social media channels, build that email list, maybe even create a website or a blog. So it's not just about being on Threads.
No.
It's about building this,
Multifaceted online presence.
Yeah.
Don't rely on one platform's fleeting popularity.
think long-term.
Long-term.
Build a brand, not just a Threads account.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And all of this is assuming that DeepSeek is actually
Right.
as good as it claims to be,
Living up to the hype.
which we still don't know.
We still don't know.
Okay, so,
Always be critical.
yeah.
Do your research, and remember that no tool, no platform, no PDF can guarantee instant success.
Right.
It takes work, it takes dedication, and it takes a healthy dose of skepticism.
Yeah. In this online business world, nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing is guaranteed.
We've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
It feels like we've barely scratched the surface.
just the tip of the iceberg.
There's so much more to explore, like even the ethics of automation,
Ah, yeah.
the psychology of persuasion,
Mm-hmm.
the legal stuff with affiliate marketing, all this.
A whole other can of worms.
But unfortunately, we were out of time for today.
I know. I wish we had more time.
I know. But don't worry.
We'll be back.
We will be diving even deeper into these fascinating topics
Absolutely.
in part 3.
Can't wait.
So stay tuned, folks, because things are about to get
Even more insightful.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive. So we've dissected this PDF, we've questioned its claims, uncovered some potential,
Issues.
yeah.
Red flags.
Red flags, exactly.
A few of those.
Now it's time to answer that big question.
A big one.
Is this a legitimate way to, make money online?
Yeah.
Or is this just, another shiny object distracting us?
Another get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah, from the real work.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
And honestly, there's no easy answer.
Yeah.
This PDF, it presents a very specific strategy,
Right.
a set of tools,
Mm-hmm.
and this, potentially lucrative product.
Yeah, lucrative if it works.
Right, if it works.
If it all works out.
But success in this world, it hinges on so much more than just following some steps in a PDF.
Right. It's like they give you the blueprint for a house,
Yeah.
but they haven't told you about the building codes. The permits, yeah. Or maybe you need to hire, like...
Contractor?
Yeah.
Maybe two.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it than just, here's the plan, go build it.
So it's not just about, like, mastering DeepSeek or
No.
cracking the Threads algorithm. There's more to it than that.
It's bigger than that.
Okay.
It's about understanding people,
Yeah.
the psychology of marketing, building relationships,
Right.
offering real value, things that the PDF touches on but doesn't really dive deep into.
Right. It makes it sound so simple.
It simplifies it way too much.
Like just, oh, automation, a couple of clever tactics.
And boom, you're rich.
Yeah.
But the truth is, people, they crave authenticity. They want connection. They want to feel like they can trust you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't automate that. You can't fake that.
So it's not just set it and forget it.
It's more like set it, engage, adapt, and constantly learn.
Yeah. That's a much better way to put it.
Because the online world, it's not static. It's constantly changing.
They're always changing.
Algorithms change.
Yeah.
Platforms come and go.
I've seen that.
And people's preferences, they shift constantly. It's like the tide's always ebbing and flowing. You got to be able to ride those waves, adjust your sails, stay afloat.
And you got to be ready to, like...
Could pivot.
Yeah, change course if you need to.
Absolutely.
Reminds me of that saying,
What's that?
the only constant is change.
That's so true, especially in the online world.
Yeah, and that change happens fast.
At warp speed.
It really does. So this PDF,
Yeah.
it's like a snapshot in time, right? What they're suggesting.
It might work today,
Yeah.
but it might be completely obsolete in a few months.
So how do we stay ahead of the curve?
That's the challenge, isn't it?
It is.
And I think the key is to cultivate this mindset of continuous learning,
Yeah.
Always be experimenting, always be adapting. Don't get too attached to any one tool or platform or even a strategy. The real excitement, the real growth, it comes from that constant pursuit of improvement.
I love that. So don't get too comfortable.
Never get complacent.
Yeah, with anything in this online world.
Things change too quickly.
Okay. Well, this PDF has given us a lot to think about.
It has.
It's given us a framework, I think,
A starting point.
to analyze these kind of like money-making opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
But as we've discussed, there's so much more to it.
The devil's in the details.
Yeah, there really is. It's not as easy as they make it seem.
Not at all.
So what have we learned? I mean,
What have we learned?
we talked about AI tools like DeepSeek.
Right. The potential, but also the limitations.
The limitations, yeah.
Can't forget those.
Threads.
The shiny new toy. But also,
It could disappear tomorrow.
it could.
We've talked about ethical marketing,
Right. Being transparent with your audience.
building those genuine connections,
Can't underestimate those.
and building something that's sustainable, right?
Absolutely. You want to build a business that lasts.
And I think the big takeaway for me is
What's that?
do your own research, right?
Always.
Don't just take this PDF
Or any single source of information.
as gospel, yeah.
Yeah.
Explore different perspectives.
Yeah. Get different viewpoints.
Experiment and find your own path.
Your own unique path.
Yeah, because there's no one size fits all.
Definitely not.
Okay, well, that's a perfect note to end on.
It is.
So for everyone listening out there,
Yeah.
there's no magic formula,
Nope.
but with curiosity, critical thinking, a willingness to learn, you can navigate this online world.
Absolutely.
And maybe even, make some money.
Who knows? You might even hit that 2,792 goal.
You might. All right, well, on that note,
That's a wrap.
we're going to wrap up this deep dive. Until next time, keep those minds curious
Keep learning.
and those entrepreneurial spirits burning bright.
Oh,